Welcome to day 4 of the World Defence Show 2026 here in Riyadh, where the convergence of education, innovation and operational capability remains centre stage as the Kingdom continues to invest in the next generation of defence professionals. Day 4 marked the launch of the Future Talent programme across all 3 content theatres. From the opening sessions onward, the focus turned to developing the skills, expertise and workforce needed to power Saudi Arabia's defence future, aligning education, industry and human capital with Vision 2030's ambitious localisation goals. The 3 content theatres delivered interconnected programming throughout the day, each addressing critical dimensions of building national defence capability. In the auditorium, the Future Talent programme opened with keynotes on education as the foundation of Saudi Arabia's defence future. Sessions focused on future-ready skills and building capabilities for tomorrow's challenges. Panels then aligned education, industry and human capital, creating direct pathways for the next generation of engineers, technologists and defence professionals. The Future Defence Lab theatres showed how fast technology is reshaping modern defence. Keynotes explored emerging tools, from cyber to electronic warfare to robotics and autonomous systems.
Storage is so cheap, so what happens is your data can get captured in transit, and eventually when there's a powerful enough quantum computer, it will be able to decrypt that data. So let's just say, hey Steve, don't worry about that, it's 10 years down the line. If I could go back 10 years ago and look at your computer, look at anybody's computer, you're going to have sensitive data on there. And so if it's 10 years, 5 years down the line, people are capturing that now and able. So that's the threat people need to really protect against.
The Saudi Supply Chain Zone Theatre focused on industrial growth and global competitiveness. Sessions explored positioning Saudi Arabia as a trusted defence partner, scaling local production and strengthening export strategies.
We want to be more than just a platform provider, and we are. We have a strategic partnership with Saudi Arabia, and we intend to keep that growing and going. Since 1985, we've been very involved with several Saudi Arabia companies. We're working on things like industrial collaboration and working on the supply chain. Saudi Arabia is very important for us in those areas. And over the past decade, we've hit several milestones where we've been able to collaborate even closer. For example, we have a letter of agreement right now with SAMI, which really incentivized more than a 55% to Saudi on all MRO work with our defense platforms. And we also have a joint venture currently with SAMI also on all MRO with our rotorcraft platform. We continue to invest, and anytime we make an investment here, it's good for both Saudi Arabia, and it's also very good for Boeing.
ST Engineering revealed the Rhino 4x4 protected vehicle outside Singapore for the first time, a hybrid platform capable of launching and recovering drones from inside the vehicle. And China National Aerotechnology Import and Export Corporation is displaying a scale model of its J-35A stealth fighter, spotlighting China's next-generation air power for global markets. The live demonstrations continue to bring defence capability to life across land, air and sea domains. The flying display continued showcasing the full spectrum of air power throughout its 5-day programme, from advanced fighter jets demonstrating tactical manoeuvres to unmanned aerial systems highlighting autonomous capabilities. The land demonstration area featured exhibiting companies putting their platforms through demanding operational scenarios, from high-mobility armoured vehicles to next-generation robotic systems. The demonstrations allowed delegates to witness capabilities under realistic conditions, providing crucial insight into system performance beyond static specifications. The Naval Zone, a brand new feature for 2026, showcased the technologies and strategies advancing naval capabilities worldwide. The zone highlighted how modern fleets strengthen global stability provide vital trade routes, and secure economic interests through both platform-based systems and digital technologies. The Unmanned Systems Zone continued demonstrating autonomous platforms across air, land, and sea domains, while the small unmanned demo area in Hall 1 North provided close-up examinations of tactical systems.
Where we're seeing things moving is taking AI from that, where we're supporting the decision cycle, it's then almost trying to stay one step ahead of the rapid proliferation of unmanned threats, where we're now enabling our AI to drive our own unmanned assets to deploy to defeat those unmanned threats. So when we look at the front lines in Ukraine and things, for example, there's no one in the front line anymore. It's all autonomous. Everyone's fighting unmanned with unmanned. And we can make those systems even more effective by, instead of having operators sat on local controllers, let AI do it all. Let AI control assets that go out into the front line or out into the field. They automatically detect and clarify, and they make their own decisions about how to defeat a potential threat. Once it's been clarified, it's not blue force or blue on blue or anything like that. And that's where I see the short-term future. It's unmanned versus unmanned, driven by automatic AI-enabled platforms. And that's where we're really expanding NIDAR in the future.
The WDS News Network is the show's central information hub, with studio programming and digital screens across the venue, providing real-time coverage throughout the week. Join us tomorrow for the final day as the World Defence Show 2026 concludes this landmark gathering.